Hello, my YouTube friends. There's no question that I love live streaming. It's an absolute rush. Being able to interact with my audience and get immediate feedback is awesome too. It's just fun. It's also really time consuming and a lot of hard work to put it all together. So how do you monetize your live stream so you can spend the time, have the fun, and still make a living? Today, I want to tell you how you can do just that. So let's get to it. My analytics say that 80% of the folks that watch my content are not subscribed. Am I doing something wrong? If so, let me know in the comments. But if you are looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber or live streamer, subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss any new content. It's totally free. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all have programs where you can reach certain requirements and then participate in ad revenue sharing. But there are plenty of ways you can generate revenue without participating in these programs, especially if you're a live streamer and you're just starting out. The first one is donation widgets, and these will work on any platform you can stream to with OBS. So let me show you how to set these up. The first thing we want to do is go to Stream Elements. I have it here. You can use Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of those to get donations. It's really pretty simple. I'm gonna log in YouTube, and you're going to want to connect this to your YouTube account, and you can see right here, we just click that and we go ahead and accept it. Whatever channel, if you have multiple, you're gonna want to try to select the correct one. And here we are in Stream Elements. The first thing we need to do is set this up so we can actually accept donations. So we're gonna go here into tip settings under revenue, and it says right here, earn money from tips. Right at the top, we're going to go ahead and select tip settings. The main thing you really wanna do is put in your payment provider right up here at the top. That is the most important piece of it. And second most important piece, once you actually put in your payment provider, is this link right here, which you're going to copy out and use to paste into your chat so that folks can actually leave you a donation. So if we pop back over here to page settings, this is what your audience will see when they go to your donation page. And you can replace this rear image, you can replace this little banner image here, and they're gonna see this box here where they can put their name and their currency and add their amounts right in here, and a message right below that. So this is actually showing you what the page will look like. And of course you can edit any of this stuff just by clicking on replace image or edit. And once you have that all set up, then you are ready to take tips in your live stream. So once you're actually set up to take tips on your live stream, now you can put that into your chat and people can just click on it and go and donate some money to you if they like what you're doing. And that's great, but what really encourages people to actually donate or tip on your live stream is if they have some sort of feedback when they do. And it's difficult for you to tell that someone actually left a donation or a tip if you don't have any sort of on-screen message. So what's really good to do here is to actually add in some sort of alert or some sort of way that tipping on your live stream interacts with you so that the person who's tipping can actually be recognized. And believe it or not, this actually does encourage people to go ahead and tip, because first of all, they want to let you know you're doing a good job, and secondly, they certainly don't mind actually being mentioned or recognized on your live stream. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to add alerts and some fun stuff to your live stream so that those folks can be recognized. So to do that, we're going to go ahead into my overlays. And I have a whole bunch created here. We're gonna just create a new blank overlay. Our stream is 1080p, so that's what we wanna select. And we'll just save this right away. We'll just call it donation. I think that works all right. We're gonna click save. And the reason why we're just gonna call it donation is because there's actually a couple of different types of alerts that you can do. So we'll click this little plus right here, and you can see alerts. Alert box will give you a way to have a message show on your screen when you get a donation that lights up or does a dance or whatever. It also puts a message on the screen that the user can type in when they give a donation. The other type would be the hype cup. And that's right here. And that actually is a little cup that goes on screen that when someone donates, it fills up with coins or something like that. So let me kind of show you the hype cup first. and we just click it to add it, and there we go. So we've got the Santa hype cup, and what we can do is, you see right up here in settings, this will set up and alert you when there's a subscription, a tip, a member alert, or a super chat. And if you don't have members or super chats, you can turn those off. It's always nice to leave subscription on, but the way we change this up is by going into cup actions, and we can change our cup. Maybe we don't want Santa Claus. Maybe we just want a simple cup like this. You can have a little shark mouth, or we can do this one right here, which is kind of a sci-fi thing. So just to give you an idea of what these actually look like, let's put our little shark in here, and we're gonna go and emulate this, and we wanna emulate the tip amount of $50. And you see that goes through, and boom, shark eats our little thing, does a little rocking motion. And so every time that someone was to tip or donate, that's exactly what it would do. And we'll try it with a little glass here so that you can see the difference. Every one of these kind of has its own animation and that sort of stuff. And boom, you can see how that moves or works. And these little donation tokens are what you set up right in your alert settings. So when we go into tip alert, you can see the variations. This is what sort of different variations you're going to have, and you can select which one you want or edit them. But it's gonna kind of variate on its own, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. So as you can see, we have that in there. If we did a $10, you can see that there's that variation. Now, before I actually move on and show you how to add this into your live stream, I want to add one more thing. So I'm going to click plus here. We're going to go to alerts, and I'm going to show you how the alert box works. And you can see with the alert box, you can add any of these different alerts: subscriber, member, super chat, and all that stuff. We're just going to go ahead and select our tip alert because that's what we're working with here. And you can click the little gear and go in here. You can change an image or a video. This is what's going to come up by the default, and I think it's fine. It works pretty cool. There's a volume control, so you can go down here and you can clear sound and add sound, upload it however you want. Right down here is the layout, so when it actually appears with the animation, this means the text is going to kind of be written over it. This means the text will be written to the right. This means it'll be written below. And we'll just leave it at the default right now. The alert message is going to have the person's name and how much they tipped in the currency amount, so that's what you're going to see. And there we go. So you can change the fonts and all that kind of stuff. You can do all of that stuff, and even the animation settings right down here if you like. Let me show you what this will look like when it actually comes out. So we can just go into our tip event, and we'll go to $10, and you see this one works, and you see that one working, and this is what it's going to look like. So how do we add this to our stream? Well, that is going to be really simple. So let's get to it. The first thing we're going to want to do is go up here and click this little link button right here to copy the URL. Now, if you haven't saved it, it's going to ask you to save it first. But now that we have that URL, let's go ahead and jump into OBS, and I'll show you how this works. All right, so here we are in OBS, and we're going to add this by clicking the plus and going to browser. You can call this alerts or donations or whatever you want to call it. We're going to click OK, and we're going to paste it in here. That's Control V, or you could just right click and select paste. We're going to put in the size of our overlay. So we did a 1080 overlay, and that's what we need to do over here. So it would be 1920 by 1080. And I like to use the control audio via OBS if any of your alerts actually have audio. So we're going to select that, and we want to refresh browser when the source becomes active. And I'm just going to refresh the cache right there and click OK. Boom. There we go. Now we have our glass. So what we're going to do is test this. So we'll go over here, and we'll go to emulate, and we'll do a tip event. And one of the things I want to do is I like to turn this off here so that we're not getting any audio here, so that we can make sure we're getting it in our OBS. And then we're going to go to tip event. We'll do the 50, and boom, there we go. We've got the clinking, and it's coming in there. That's pretty much the setup that you're going to get with Stream Elements. The other donation option is Streamlabs widgets. Now we're going to take a look at Streamlabs donation situation, and it's the same process. We're going to go to the website here, and both of these obviously are linked in the description, so you can check them out. We're going to click the login. We're going to go ahead and log in with our YouTube, and you just have to approve it and select the correct channel, and boom, we're going to be right here. And so the first thing that we need to do is go to settings down here. And right here, you can see donation settings. You just put in your PayPal, you can use a credit card. There are a bunch of different ways that you can set this up. So link your PayPal, and then you'll see this little link show up here. Customize your tip page where viewers can send you donations. And this right here is the link. So you can save this link, or you just copy the link and you can put it into your chat bot or whatever, so it goes into your chat so people can actually donate, and you can click here to customize your actual page. So this is what viewers are going to see when they come in here. This is the layout for the page. You can change it all up, mess around with it, do whatever you want. Once you have that set up, you are ready to take donations through Streamlabs. So let me show you how you'd set one of these up. First, let's do the jar. It's the same thing that we saw in the other one. So we'll go to all widgets and we'll just go right here to the jar. And up at the top here, you can see all the different types of jars or cups that you can select. Pretty simple right here, tips and donations, YouTube subscribers, YouTube sponsors, or YouTube super chats. So you just select which one of these you want something to actually appear in this jar. And you're gonna select which jar you want, and you can copy the link out. Now there are some other things that you can modify down here, like your background color, the coins, all of that fun stuff. But really, we just need to worry about this stuff up here. Now, one of the drawbacks to using Streamlabs is that you have to add these widgets completely separately. So we'll copy out the link and we'll go over into OBS. We'll click that plus, and we're going to go ahead and add a browser source. And because this is just the jar, we're not combining them. We'll put jar in there, click OK, and we'll copy it in here. You can leave your width and your height in here because with Streamlabs, it doesn't give you the ability to set that on the other end. And if you want to have your audio, you're going to put that in here, control audio, and we're going to go ahead and refresh and click refresh and OK. And now we should have our jar up here. There it is. Boom. And so we can go over and actually test this right here. And what we'll do is we'll test our tips and donations. We'll flip back over, and there you go. That's what you're gonna get, and it drops those little coins down in there. Super cool stuff, super cool. So all we need to do now is add the alerts. So let's go back over here. We're gonna go to alert box. And since we're going to be adding donations, we're gonna select donations right here. And we can go with our text layout right here. This is the same as we saw it before. This will have the text over it. This will have the text next to it. This will have the text below it. Text below it is just fine. Alert animations. This is how it's gonna come in and go out. So let's see, right down here, image. You can select an image by going in and, selecting an image. So if we click this, there's a whole bunch of different ones that we can select, or we can upload our own. And you can select your audio right here. That's gonna play when your alert happens. You can select your audio volume, the alert duration, and the alert text delay, along with a whole bunch of other alert variations that you can set down here. So then we're going to click Save Settings, and we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to click Copy to get our link. Now we just need to flip over into OBS, and we're going to click that plus again. We're going to go to browser, and this time we're going to add alert and click OK, and we'll just copy that link in here. Boom. And we want to go ahead and control the audio volume in OBS. Refresh browser when scene becomes active, and refresh the cache and click OK, and nothing happens. And that's because nothing's going to happen until we kick off this alert. So let's test it out. We'll go in here and we're going to test our donation, flip back over, and there we go. You can see them both working. And that's basically Streamlabs widget setup in a nutshell for alerts and donations. Super easy. Another option is merchandise sales. If you develop a good relationship with your audience, you can sell t-shirts and mugs and other items during your live stream. Ideally, as a live streamer, you're gonna have a connection with your audience and have inside jokes and catchphrases unique to your live streaming audience. Put them on a t-shirt and offering them in a way that your audience can provide support to your channel adds to the community feeling, and you can put a little coin in your pocket as well. Places you can go to create merch, and in some cases even a store to sell them, are Teespring, Bonfire, Printful, Spreadshop, and Printify. Another revenue stream you can tap into is affiliate marketing. Most companies have an affiliate program that's going to pay a small percentage of the sale when you recommend a product that someone buys. The most common ones are Amazon, but there are many others. In fact, probably several for every single niche. Suggesting products that are going to help your audience, especially in your niche, can be very profitable over the long term. These start out really small and they grow with your audience. Sponsorships are another way to earn a regular income, and you don't need to be a huge channel to find one. The more narrow your niche, the easier finding sponsors is going to be. Believe it or not, it's not easy for companies to reach their target audience, and it can often be really expensive. So even your small regular audience may be very tempting to companies that want to reach out to the same people. For example, if you do a live stream where you talk about outdoor lifestyle and you'll get maybe 20 or 30 people regularly on your stream, there are literally thousands of small outdoor outfitters and equipment companies that would love to get regular mentions and demos to your audience and would gladly pay you for it. All you really have to do is reach out to these folks. And this is just one example. There are lots for every single niche. Every one I mentioned so far are totally free and pretty easy to set up. This last one can take some time and maybe a little cash on your part as well, but it's by far the most lucrative one long term. Create an informational course to help the people in your audience do something they want to do in your niche. Now I know you're saying, come on, anything I can teach people can easily be found on YouTube for free anyways. And honestly, that's 100% true. But most times they're gonna spend hundreds of hours watching multiple videos, some of which are gonna give them incorrect or out-of-date information that's just a huge hassle. A course takes your expertise, someone they trust, and puts all the pieces together in a simple little package so they don't have to search around everywhere and get frustrated. And you offer it at an inexpensive price. The course can be as simple as a text document or as complicated as a video series with PDF documentation and worksheets. Putting these things together can take time, and it can cost you a little bit of money if you need to host the course somewhere. But the effort is worth it because the profit is 100% yours, and you already have the advertising vehicle of the audience that you've built on your live stream. All of these things can really stack on top of monetization features offered on the platform once you reach the threshold necessary to qualify. Now, when you first start out doing this, none of these things are gonna make you rich. In fact, maybe they buy you a cup of coffee. But over time, you're gonna get better at making the pitches in your live streams, and your audience is gonna grow and become more dedicated. And by the time you're good at integrating these aspects into your live stream, you're gonna be so thankful you did, because you're not gonna have to worry about where next month's rent is coming from. And that makes streaming even more fun. If you want a deeper dive into how to set up any of these income streams, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see how to select chat to add to your live stream, check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber or live streamer, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.